Hey Jug Monkey friends, it's Sonia coming to you live today from the shop here in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, just south of Pittsburgh if anybody wants to come out and visit me. I'm looking out the window. It is a rainy, overcast, dark, like you want to curl up in the corner, take a nap kind of day, and which is nice when you're inside and you get to kind of craft and DIY and all that good stuff. It's nice to be inside, not to be outside. I had a walk in the rain earlier today. And that was okay, right? That's okay, it's fun too, but I do like to be inside with big windows, looking out, hearing the rain splatter, and getting into some, some DIY and a little bit of painting, right? You know what I got to do. You know what I got to do. So happy Monday to you guys all. So this is the project I want to do today, okay? Can I tell you the truth? Who was on here? Hey, Janet. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Rita. Janet. Another Janet. Fancy that. How are you guys all doing? Susie Q. So who was here last summer when I did some DIYs and I jazzed up some terracotta pots, put them outside and put them on my front landing. I put like mums in them and stuff like that. And so in the winter I collected them all back. But I have to tell ya, hey Vicky, oh very nice. Hey Linda, how are you girl in California? Probably not raining. You're probably like, I don't know, Linda's probably out suntanning or something, right? So anyway, but last summer I did a bunch of these and there was one that I did not get a chance to do. So this one right here, I felt for the entire summer, even though I put plants in her, she just looked like she was naked and she was just like, oh my gosh, we need to give her some love. She was the only one on my front steps that didn't have polka dots or something like fun and whimsical on her. And so today the plan was to get out to do some, yard landscaping in the front of my shop. And it's been pouring down rain for the last 2 days. The mowers have not been able to come and mow. It's soaking wet. And so at this point, I think George of the Jungle is going to definitely jump out because with all this rain and heat and humidity, you know how everything just grows. And so I need a dry day so we can get our grass mowed. And I've got some fun stuff. I'll show you as well. Do you remember like 2 days ago, I was down at my friend Vicky's shop, just like 2 doors down. I'll show you. I got a few pieces of those palette flowers as well from my yard. So I'll show you the ones that I picked up. Tell me if I made some good choices, okay? So I figure while I can't get outside right now, what I can do is get this girl a dress. Like seriously, right? We got to make her smile. So this is what the project is today. Pop on and say hello as I am going to be doing some painting. I'll show you what I've got, the colors I've got picked as well, okay? So when I look at this right here, I could paint her all one color, but I'm thinking about like really putting the rim one color and the rest of the body another, okay? So we'll start there. I'll tell you my plan that far. So I'm thinking white for the trim, and then let me go ahead and open up my paint here. This is the Jug Monkey chalky style paint. This is the mermaid tail. Love me some mermaid tail. So I'm going to start with that first for the bottom. Let me put you guys down a little bit so you can kind of watch what's going down. Kimberly, Jenny, how are ya? All right, let's see here. Am I low enough? Nope. How low can you go? How low? Oh, Laura, you just like totally said it perfectly. This is definitely weather for a duck. Yep, I was watching 2 robins out there earlier. They were having a field day because, especially in our grass and all the just wet soil that's been dumped outside. It is so wet and muddy. They were probably like, heck yeah, all the worms come through to the surface, right? So yeah, Gayleen, how are ya? Yes, Gayleen, Matt had to go pick up Riley, so it is just me here. Caitlin's gone for the day. We were packing and shipping, and then of course Carrie will be in a little bit. Man, I tell you, we've been packing and shipping like maniacs, and I am so happy to be able to say that we are caught up to the last 24 hours of orders. So that's pretty darn cool, right? So that was one of the goals that we had set, was to be able to get everything in place where we could begin. You guys place an order and we get it out like literally within 48 hours. Like that is my goal, right? So that's a good thing, a good accomplishment. But Carrie will be in a little bit later today to finish up some packing and shipping that she's working on. And yeah, Matt went home. So it's just me here in the shop. It's kind of quiet. We had the TV on. We have a TV at the end of the shop here. And I had to tell you that days where like when we're in here working, we're open to the public 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we're here every day. And when we're here every day, packing and shipping, because of course you guys shop online, 24/7 and get your paints. You know, we like to put movies on and stuff like that. So Kate had a Disney Princess Day today. And so all day today it was raining outside. There was Disney movies on the TV. And, you know, we were taking care of you guys, right? Speak of Carrie, how are you, Carrie? If you come in now, Carrie, I am live, but don't worry. I won't chase you with the camera. You're all good. You can come in if you want. Hello from Florida. Yes, Kate went home for the day. She's gone home now, and she's getting ready. Her date is, they have prom this weekend. My son and her boyfriend, Adam, they are like best buddies. And so, of course, they're all getting ready to go to the prom. So Kate's had to go home, getting ready to get her nails done tomorrow, right? Pretty cool. So look at this, right? Yes. Yes, they do. They come in and look when we're closed. It's really funny. What's really funny is because we have 2 big bay windows in the front, which we got a project we got to do together on those. But anyway, one project a day, right? You know how that is. So yeah, it's funny when you're in here because the rest of the days we're in here packing and shipping and just getting everything in place, right? Whether we're working on retailer orders or all your orders, there's always something to do. And it's really funny when somebody comes up to the front windows and they peek in, but they're not expecting to see somebody looking out the other side. And yeah, talk about embarrassing for them, right? Come on in, Carrie. Come on in, I'll unlock the door for you. Carrie's not a creepy lady, so she can come on in, right? So look, guys, all I did was put one coat of the mermaid tail on here. Listen, this is Terra Cotta. Terra Cotta is a very porous material, okay? And so when you put our chalky style paint on it, it just sucks it in like, yep, I am thirsty, all right? So believe it or not, that coat's already on there. I'm just gonna brush on one. Hey, Karen from Trophy Club, Texas. Girl, where's that to? Karen, I'm coming to Texas. I'm coming over to visit my friend Clara of She's Crafty Too, over in San Antonio. And we're gonna be over in Texas. I'll take you guys on the road trip with me. I've never been to Texas. They say everything is big in Texas, so I have to go, you know, see it for myself and see what it's all about. So she's over in the San Antonio area. She's actually going to be one of our retailers for our paint lines. She just opened up her Creators Clubhouse, and I'm going to go over and support her. And I think we're going to do some fun stuff as well, team up to do some really fun lives with you guys. Patty, you be Patty, let me in! Oh yeah, hey Jennifer, are you over there in San Antonio in that area? Oh my gosh. We're gonna do some fun stuff where I hope that, you know, you guys that are over there will come in and hang out with us, right? How fun would that be? Yes, Gabriella. Hopefully I said that right. What a beautiful name. Oh, no, really? Water spouts? Beautiful yet scary, right? Yeah, exactly. Bring shorts, it's hot. Oh my God, girls. All right, well, I better start getting out suntan on my legs. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness gracious, we got to start that process. All right, I probably should have started it way before now, but you know. All right, so I guess I can take the price tag and everything off of here. It doesn't matter. Okay, so there's a sticker on here that's on here really, really well. Am I going to take it off? Heck no. I'm going to paint all the way over it. All the way over it with vintage white because I ain't got no time to be picking off a sticker, okay, that nobody's going to see. That's going to be, flowers are going to be out over it. Nobody's going to be even looking at that. And so we're going to do vintage white all the way over it, and this paint will give me good coverage, right? So not even worrying about that. You're already burnt, Chantel? Listen, I'm jealous, okay? I'm over here soaking in rain, and Chantel's over there telling me she's already burnt like a lobster and making me all jealous and stuff. This is just vintage white, guys. I am that person. I don't go to tanned. I go to burnt first. Like, we're talking like crispy fried lobster. And like I always say, Matt can tell when we go to the beach, when we make our first trip to the beach, he's like, yep, I can tell you because, listen, if you ever get lost, you know when you're in the water, you kind of like lose your bearings, and before you know it, you're like worked your way further down the beach, and you're like, where's my spot? Yeah, he can just look for me, and he'll be like, yep, you know, I can just see you because you got no tan at all. You look completely white, and then you turn completely burnt. But it gets worse when you get back to the hotel room at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at this nice white rim mermaid tail for the bottom. The other pots that are out front all have different colors on them. So when I get my, in the next day or so, when it dries up and we get to do some landscaping, some mulching, all that stuff, I'll be sure to show you what it looks like all together. But I think this would be really cute with 2 colors. So I like to do my, I like to play with lots of different colors, right? Yes, you could go all black. Yes, you could go all gray or something like that, but nope. I'm gonna put a stencil on it. All right, stencil. Gayleen, Bridget, night before last I was packing. Ooh, oh dang. Spray tan, I never did a spray tan. Tell me how spray tans work out. Oh my Lord, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, what do you have to do? Do you have to get in a booth? How does that work? Do you have to get naked? Seriously. Yeah, right, Bridget, listen, Bob never made it, right? Bob never made it. I tried. I mean, you guys saw. I just don't have a green thumb. So you'll be happy to see what I brought for flowers for the front yard. And these are ones that won't die, you know? I can put a nail into them and keep them going. Or a little splash of paint. So I'll show you what I got. So when I do this, I just literally, speaking of splash of paint, inside the rim, I just put a little splash down inside. That's all I'm going to do. Because it'll be filled with dirt. So I'm just going to go around the top just a little bit. So when it's filled up with dirt and anybody's looking inside, that color comes around, right? But I'm an imperfectly perfect girl, so this is a quick project to knock out, and it doesn't really require a whole lot of thought. It's fun to sit at the kitchen table. It's not like a big honking piece of furniture, you know. So you can kind of have some fun with it. Ooh, I like that. All right, now you let that dry. Vicky, how are you, my lady? You could wear your swimsuit if you want to. Interesting. You know, I don't mind getting massages. I know some people are really weird about that. Like, are you guys one of those people that, you know, like, oh, I don't know if I really want a massage. I love a good massage. Oh my goodness. In fact, there's not a lot of them in my life right now. I think I need more, right? Only the ones that I can always convince Matt, be like, will you rub my back for a little bit? I'm talking about like you actually go to, you know, and then he stops after 30 seconds. But you know, the ones where you actually go to a massage place. Oh, wonderfulness, right? Air plants, they last a long time, don't they, Gayleen? Although air plants, those are the ones that I cannot believe you are planting flowers again. Yes. I gotta figure out something, Vicky. Vicky, will you need to help me, girl. Seriously. I don't know. What is a good flower out there that I can put in these pots this summer that won't die? I'm open to anything. At this point, I was really thinking about just going and buying packets of like wild flower seedlings and just shaking them all over the front lawn and being like, well, you know what? I figure we'll have different flowers on different days and, you know, and we'll just wing it. But yeah, I am not good at all. Succulents. Succulents. Well, I need them for the front though. What would you do with succulents? I mean, I want something like the, you know, packs a lot of color, something like that. Geraniums are good. I said to Matt, how about we just get ferns? And he's like, I think they would probably die because there's no shelter out there. Like I don't have, they'd be right in the direct sunlight. Cactuses. I kind of like that idea. Change them out for every season. Yeah, exactly. Bridget, all I would do if you have pots that already like have like a different kind of paint on them and they're already starting to peel, I like to keep, you know, when you go to like the dollar store, and you see in the barbecue section, they have like usually like 3 different wire brushes for $1 or $2, something like that. I keep those, they're all different sizes, and then all I do is use a wire brush, go over, it'll knock off any sort of like pieces that want to fall off, and then go ahead and paint, right? But did I do anything to prep this? No. My pots are out there they're out there now in the rain. I've not sealed them. Yes, you can seal them if you want them even to last longer. But I just keep mine out in the summer and just take them in the fall, right? Because if you keep them out all winter, I do have one in front of my house that I kept it all winter. It still looks fine, but you do run the risk of them cracking if you have really intense cold, right? I know I killed a chia plant. I mean, I shouldn't be trusted. I should not be trusted, Bridget. I tried so hard. I mean, oh guys, if you could know what I did for Bob, I mean, I'm just... you know, I mean, I had bags over his head. I was putting him in the front bay window, out of the front bay window. I was doing all these sorts of things, and yet he dried up and shriveled up. I'm just not good at plants, right? I can paint fake flowers. That would be wonderful. Excuse me. Okay, so here's what we got right now, all right? Now I think what I'm gonna do, I got two things planned. I think I should put a stencil on the front, and then I got one more thing special to make it look whimsical, all right? So I'm gonna pull out real fast. I know the one I want. I know the one I want. There it is. Oh, this is, you know how like you have go-to stuff? This is a fun one that I love. And I got this one at Hobby Lobby for $2.99. You can see how many times I've used it before, right? Over and over again. Love it. Nancy, plant some marigolds. You can't kill them. Is that the truth, Nancy? Like, is that a challenge? The yellow would look pretty in there. I agree. I agree. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna take my stencil and I'm gonna go put it over the front of it, just like that. I do like that. All right, and then let me see here. Let's go ahead and grab some black. Let's do some black velvet. Black velvet. All right, and so I'm gonna grab a shabby chip brush. I keep the ones that I've used over and over again. As the hairs fall out, it gets even better for when I'm doing stencils, right? Yeah, really? Oh, keeps the mosquitoes away. That's the problem I had when I was thinking about just doing wildflowers, and Kate was like, you know, the voice of reason. She's like, well, they might bring bees and things like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, customers do not want to be chased by bees, right? Pam, you did. What colors did you get? Hey, Laura Miller, how are ya? Mom, yellow would be really nice. Mom, what do you think I should plant? You know, you and Dad do a nice job with plants. Why didn't I get that in my DNA? Nope, nope, couldn't be good with plants. All right. Thank goodness there are people out there, though, that do know, right? That's what makes the world go round. Everybody has their things. Everybody has their things. Oh, this is really nice. Can you guys see that at all? Hopefully you can. I'm just shaking my shabby chip brush, doing it in a distressed fashion. I know Mother Nature will distress it over time. This is not like if you don't seal it with our chalky style paint that, you know, in one rainfall, your paint falls off. It doesn't work like that, right? I've had mine out there for all summer and they look amazing, right? Look at this, guys, already. Mermaid tail on the bottom, vintage white on the top, black velvet right here, and now I'm gonna put some black here because I want it to kind of pull together so it's balanced. So that's my plan right here. Hire a good looking yard guy. That is funny. I'll send Matt out in a Speedo. What? I think I need to paint my polka dot pots. Go for it, girl. Come up if you need some paints, Vicky. I'll help you out. All right, so, yeah, but don't tell him I said that, right? Dad, help her. Yes, she needs some help. I love her. All right, so I'm just going to dry this so I don't mess it up because I'm going to work on the top of the pot, and what I don't want to do is ruin my little flower burst down here, right? I figure if I put a flower in the pot down here, if the top part of it dies, at least they still see a flower. So I think it's a win-win, right? I think. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm thinking stripes. I'm thinking stripes, black and white stripes around the top. What do you think? Yeah? That could be pretty darn cute. So they're all different styles up front, so I want them all to be different and whimsical. And so this is a brush value pack. I got this one at Walmart. You know, when you go in the craft section over there, they have all kinds of brushes, and there's one big like fat pack of like all different sizes. This is perfect for like just for like stuff like I'm about to do right now, right? You do. Do you put herbs in them when you say greenery? That would be cool. I do like to plant herbs. I can get herbs to grow though, like basil and stuff like that. But I mean, I should be honest here. I get them already started, so I don't know if necessarily I keep them alive, I guess is the best way to say, right? Yes, Riley, and the really cool thing is, yeah, and speaking about that, sorry, Laura, I was trying to read your thing. Let's have a pot painting show and tell. How would that work? Yeah, right? I bet you everybody has all kinds of flower pots. Flower pots are beautiful, and I love it when I see like a collected look of on your you know, like on your windowsill above your kitchen or something when you have like pretty pots. Just so beautiful, right? But true story real quick, that when Riley was in kindergarten, he brought me home a plant. I can see it in my mind. I just don't know what kind of a plant it was. It had pink blossoms on it. And I kid you not that he brought it home, and all I would do is just water it. That's all I had to do, water it, right, every couple days. And it was sat on the windowsill right in front of where I used to do dishes. But I might go like a week or so without remembering to water it. And it would like fall out over. And then I kid you not, I would put water in that thing and it would go right back up. I kept that alive until he was in like grade 6. That was the longest plant I ever kept alive. So roughly 6 years. And we went away somewhere in the middle of winter, forgot about the plant, and it was too chilly for the plant inside, and the house got cold on this cold day. And when I came back, the plant had just froze. And I'm like, oh. And I tried so hard. I just tried so hard. But I couldn't get him to come back to life, right? But 6 years, people. So that was my longest stretch. How about you guys? I can't kill hostas. This is always a good bet then. All right, let's put some pretty whimsical lines. You can do this as well on like your dresser and stuff like that. So when I do lines, I use, like I say, this is, I don't even know, maybe this is an inch right here. And, you know, just get it nice and wet so that your brush is loaded. And then from there, yeah, fake plants, Laura, thank God. Yeah, thank goodness. Fake plants. These are my things. I'll show you the fake wooden ones I got from my yard off my friend Vicky down there. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is just take my brush and trace out where I want to have a stripe. And then I'm gonna have to fill them in, right? Come on. I just need to get that loaded with some paint. All right, that's cute. Do like that. Got me one stripe. Okay. All right, let's get the bottom down here just a little bit, just like that. So what's everybody up to on this Monday? Is it raining where you are? Are you home now for supper? In some parts, I guess it's not even supper time just yet, right? I'm thinking tonight for supper, I told Matt, I'm like, can you make some of your fake Big Macs? Matt makes the most amazing speaking of fake plants, he makes the most amazing fake Big Mac. And it's so good. He uses Thousand Island dressing, shredded lettuce, oh, good stuff, right? And so for me, being somebody who has food allergies, I can't eat at McDonald's. So for me, I have not eaten at McDonald's in probably a good 6 years, I want to say, and it kills me, right? Because on the way home, my son's always like, hey, Mom, will you pick me up a Big Mac? And I'm over here dying because I can smell it. And we know how bad it is for you, but we know you love it, right? And so Matt started making a fake Big Mac so I could eat it, and dang, it is good stuff. So good. Now I need to find a recipe for Chick-fil-A chicken. Love me that. I can eat Chick-fil-A chicken. Thankfully, they don't do any fish there. Only on Lent, so I'm good there. I'm going to do some nice wide stripes all the way around. Spaghetti is easy. Spaghetti is easy. Everybody loves spaghetti. Love me some spaghetti too. Spaghetti. You know how I did spaghetti the other night? I used zucchini and I got this thing as seen on TV that cuts your thing up, cuts your zucchini up in spirals or whatever the heck you want it to look like. I'll show you a trick for how I have for dressing these stripes here in just a second too. Yeah, 4:30 spaghetti here. Why not? What did he want then? What does he want if you don't make spaghetti? Does he want steak or something like that? Is he a meat and potatoes kind of guy? So yeah, but the fake Big Mac, oh my Lord, so good, right? So yummy. Spiralizer, that's what it's called. Yep, that's what it's called. And then I was at Giant Eagle, which I don't know if you have Giant Eagle in your area, but it's a supermarket. And then I'm like, oh dang, they already got them already cut up for you. So if you don't even want to have to clean the thing, pay $3 and get them already done for the convenience. And they had butternut squash as well. So that was good. I tell you something I learned to love since moving to Pennsylvania. Never had spaghetti squash. You know the ones where you bake them in the oven, and then when they're done, you take them out and you just kind of scoop the insides out? Those are good stuff. So good. So good. Yes. Fish and shellfish. Laura. And truth be told, cats and dogs. Didn't find out that till after I had my animals. And so I always say, you know, until they go to the big bone in the sky, that I'll be the one suffering with the allergies, right? Karen, are you watching all the way from the Bahamas? Oh my God, girl. I'm so jealous. Karen is on here. Let's everybody say hello to Karen. She's down in the Bahamas. I saw her pictures today. She's swimming with the pigs down on the Bahamas. I know I've been to the Bahamas once, loved it, and didn't realize that you could swim with the pigs when I was down there until I saw something on YouTube. But anybody else who's done that, it's pretty cool. They come right up to you. It's pretty neat. But I love the Bahamas. That was so nice. We did a cruise at a Fort Lauderdale, and it was amazing. Me and Matt are both not flyers, and so it was nice to be able to drive to Fort Lauderdale and take the cruise. You did? Well, I'm glad you got back safe. Hopefully you didn't get into all that rain last night. Man, at one point we were out and about getting stuff, and this big like wind storm came up behind us. It was like I don't know, just downpour. I mean, Matt was like, look behind us and see if there's a tornado behind us or what the heck. It got so bad for a moment. It was kind of scary. He burned himself boiling water. You're going to have to teach him. I think the first thing I ever learned to cook was maybe Kraft dinner. Boil the water, dump in the Kraft dinner. So good. But this is the question. Do you put ketchup on your Kraft dinner, like on your macaroni and cheese? Some people do. Some people think it's crazy. Leslie Stahl, yes. I'm making this girl that has sat out front last summer. I didn't do her justice. I didn't make her pretty, and I cannot bring myself to put her out this year without putting some color on her. And today it's raining out, so I figured I'll get all the stuff ready so that way when it does get dry out, I'll have it all ready to go, right? Who's got their yards already done, like beautifully done, manicured? I've got to do mine at home, my walkway. Last year, I kid you not, I'm a little bit like nervous this year because last year I was working on our little rock walkway that goes back to the house, and I was mulching, and I was pulling all the rocks out so I could get it nice back into place, because you know how after winter everything just kind of like dilapidates and goes everywhere, the rocks move and everything. And I kid you not, I lifted up like a nice size rock and I pushed it to push it over. There was a black snake underneath there. Must be a Canadian thing. Yes, that's quite possible. Did it growing up. But yeah, there was a black snake underneath there. Yeah, I dropped that rock down back on that spot, and I thought, you know what, Mr. Snake, I'm not even going to move you, and let's just hope and pray that you move and I never see you again. And I never saw him again, but I know the rock this year, so I'm kind of nervous like to overturn it again. Who likes snakes? Anybody? We can't be friends if you like snakes. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more just so it fills over the top of the pot on that white edge. Pretty. All right. Let me dry this part before I do any more so I don't ruin at least the stripes that I have there so far. No snakes, right? Yeah, no. Oh, okay, Jan. Good. Then I'm not the last one, huh? Yeah, I can't. I just can't. Now, I'm happy that I'm married to Matt, because if there is any critters, and we live out in the farm, out in the countryside, and you know, they're always looking for homes, especially with the turn of the seasons. I mean, it makes sense. They want to go somewhere warm, right? Yeah. But, snakes, no thank you. Matt will pick them up. Me, I'm pretty sure when I see them that every snake is a poisonous snake as well. I ain't got no time to decide, does it have a pointy head? Does it have, like, you know, the shapes of its eyeballs? I am not about to stand there and try to determine which one it is, because in my mind they're all snakes and I don't want to deal with it. And so immediately I think danger, right? You know what I'm saying? Get away. Scary stuff. One of the things that I love to do, has anybody done this before? Let me just try this real fast. Has anybody done this before where you go geocaching? Anybody know what I mean when I say that? You set up your pool last week. Oh, Jan, I'll be over. I'm so jealous. Anybody ever tried geocaching before? It's where you basically, if you've never done it, you have to check it out. If you go to geocaching, I think it's geocaching.com, or just search it, it'll bring you to the main website. People all over the world, basically it's like hunting for buried treasure, right? Yeah, Leslie, right? Tell me about it. Maybe I'll go live and we'll turn that rock over together. But yeah, right, so much fun. Yes, exactly. And so I love to do it. I think it's the thrill of the hunt. So, but for anybody else who has no idea what we're talking about, you're missing out, okay? And I guarantee you there's places around your town like that will be really cool that you can go. You can determine which ones you want to go to. But basically people hide treasure, and they put some clues and some coordinates as well. And you can follow the clues and the coordinates to find it, right? And it's like a family thing. It's really cool. We found them where we dug them up, and you know, people have put cameras inside, Insta cameras, where you take pictures of yourself and you put it back in or leave a note. And if you take something out, you put something back into it. It's really cool, right? But in the summer, I'm like, okay, I am not doing any geocaching that requires me to go in any, like, I don't know, wooded areas with ferns or anything that screams snakes, right? So love geocaching, but when it gets really, really hot, it's like I have to worry about the snakes and stuff, right? Yeah, oh, Jeanette, you would have a blast. Yes, it is so much fun, and they're everywhere. Even if you just want to go and like log in and see if there's any around where you live. I found things like coupons for local restaurants. I mean, everything under the sun, right? Like anything that you can find that people can fit into a box. And they hang them from trees, they bury them, and it's a lot of fun. So, but you know, but they have all kinds of, the ones that I've seen anyhow, have all kinds of like, you know, I don't know, over the hill, around the big tree, that's where I'll be, you know, stuff like that. And then they have things. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of white in between now, just to kind of straighten up my stripes a little bit more. I do like how they're a little bit chunky, wonky though. I gotta tell you, I do love that too. But I will just tighten them up just a little bit, right? Yes, and it's good exercise as well. You're allergic as well, Cindy? I didn't find out until after. So this is probably why I'm always like stuffed up and stuff. In the meantime, they're like having a grand old time, right? Jumping upon you and hanging out with you, and I'm over here dying. But yeah, and can I tell you the other thing that that my test came back, my allergy specialist said I was allergic to? Dust. Now, can you tell me where I'm gonna go where there is no dust? I mean, think about that. I find old furniture in pieces and that are covered with dust. So, yeah. So I just figure that I just won't be able to breathe for the rest of my life. Seriously. Yeah. Like that, there's no chance. I mean, yeah, there's just no chance, right? The dust bunnies will always win. So remember, if you do your stripes, you can always go back over them with a little bit of white. The other thing is, if you're OCD about your stripes, which I am not, because I want them to be funky flower planters, really cool ones, you can always use painter's tape and then do that, right? So that way you have just like nice clean lines. But I like the hand-painted funkiness of this. So I'm not like OCD. I didn't need my stripes today, right? Yeah, Mom, dust. Yeah, Mom, dust. Make sure you clean well before I come home this summer. Yeah, right? Good luck. Good luck. Adult allergies. You gotta love them. Maybe it was just a sign that I should never clean again. Now that I think about it, I'll just never clean again because I'm allergic to dust. That's why I should begin to pay a maid, right? You guys agree? Yes, Pam, how are ya? Yep. Well, I'm glad you're here, girl. It's a rainy Monday, and I'm getting ready to get plants and do some outside upkeep. And today it would just turn into a big old mud puddle. So I've got this pot that needed some sprucing up. So that's what we're gonna do right here. By the way, did anybody catch last night? I don't know if you saw I posted or not, but on CNN last night, speaking of mom and back home, Anthony Bourdain, anybody follow him? Love his shows, right? Where he travels to parts unknown and eats the food, all that good stuff. It's really cool. He was up to where I am from, which is Newfoundland, up in Atlantic Canada. And he did a beautiful show last night. It was on at 9 o'clock. And I think it's on replay as well if you have, like, you know, the Roku or anything where you can watch it again. Did anybody happen to catch that? It was pretty cool. Yeah, salt water in your lungs, Mom. That'll do it, right? I miss the fresh air back home. Oh, look at that. I do like that. I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm perfectly happy with that. Let me just fix this tiny one right here. Bridget, you'll have to watch it. Then you'll understand why I love everything distressed and windswept. It's because the island I'm from is distressed and windswept, right? Yeah. Did you watch that, Diane? That's so cool. Yeah, it made me miss home, right? But I'm going up back home this summer. I'm going up in, so Texas in July. Never been to Texas. We're going to take a road trip, which will be fun. I'll bring you guys along. And then we're also going to go up home probably right around August or September. And we'll see what it falls to. But I'll be sure to do lives up home, show you guys some most amazing views, waterfalls, you know, just the coves up there, the bays, the boats. Beautiful up there. Completely different scenery, right? That's it. Everything has its, you know, has its charm. There's good and bad, and there's always good to be seen no matter where you live, right? So it's really cool. All right, so I'm just gonna dry this a little bit right here. Put a little bit of heat onto it. Do you have the seal? No, but if you did want a seal, use a poly. Make sure you don't use like a wax or anything like that. But you could just leave it like this. And if Mother Nature, you know, gives it some distressing, then I think that's gonna be beautiful anyhow. But look at that, guys. Pretty cool, right? So she is gonna sit over here and dry, and I'll show you real fast the other things that'll go outside in my yard, okay? Because remember I took you down to Vicky's and we painted that really cool palette flower together? Let me pull this up because these guys are tall, and I'll show you real fast so you can see them. Yes, Mom, I'm looking forward to my visit too. Oh, I haven't been home now in a few years. Time flies, right, when you're having fun or when you have your own business. That too. Okay, you ready? You ready? There was a time that I had my kitchen done with sunflowers. I don't know what it is. I just love me a good sunflower, okay? So we got green stem, yellow, brown center. Gorgeous. Cut with palettes. Do you want to see what the back looks like for anybody out there who's kind of getting some ideas for like what you could do? So let's take a look here. So, oh, it looks like, I don't know what was stuck on here before, but something was on here. This is all like recycled wood pallets and wood pieces. So you've got, look at this. It just, all you have is your center beginning, and then you basically put your flower stems, and then in between that space, you go ahead and drop another flower stem into it. And then on top of that, you go ahead and, you know, when you split pallets, you know how you get these weird pieces and shapes and they crack and they do all kinds of weird stuff like that? This is a cool way to do it because yes, you can cut them to get them exactly the way you want them, but you can probably find pieces that kind of imitate already the stem and you know what I mean, that sort of stuff. But these here were cut. I love, love, love that. So outside I have my big Junk Monkey paint company sign, and it's got 2 posts. And so I'm going to attach one, hopefully tomorrow. I'll show you a picture how it looks. So that's one on one side. And then for the other side, you ready? Oh my gosh, these are heavy. It's okay. Just doing my you know, workout here. Number 2. So the reason I stuck with these is because I love them. Like, look how big they are, even compared to me. They're going to be gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and basically zip tie them around the posts that are out there. I think they're gorgeous. But remember, if you ever want to create height, go with tall things in your home. That applies to furniture as well and decor, right? So outside, I have 2 posts. They're going to be leaning up against it. And to project my sign to be bigger, I went with these really 2 cool ones, right? They are, Helen, they're between 25 and 40, depending on all the different sizes that you get. But they're handmade locally. And you can paint them, do whatever you want to do with them, right? So Vicki still has some of them left. She's 2 doors down, but gorgeous. And if not, maybe you could try to make them yourself. This is what the back of this one looks like. So we got a flower pattern. Then from there, we've got the petals stuck on. You put your front piece on, and then you've got your back, which is your stem, and then, you know, just some other things that kind of resemble your leaves, right? And then they're all just screwed together. Love it. And then I'll show you the third one. The third one I got is kind of different. So imagine these go together as a set, right? I'm picturing it. Whew, I'm picturing it. All right, and then this one here, I have a yellow lamppost outside. Who remembers that one? We painted in one of our yellows, right? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I love watching him, Linda. And then this one is one that I'm going to put next to my yellow lamppost I have outside. I'm thinking about doing some, like, you know, red kind of colored flowers at the top. It can hold 3 terracotta pots. And then I like this one because the yellow will go with the teal blue, and then when I put this against the yellow post, I think between the wood, the yellow wood will kind of blend in, and then the red centers will go good against, you know what I mean, a yellow backdrop. So I am in love with them. Those were all the 3 finds that I got from Vicki's shop. And so we got those to go up. We've got all kinds of pots outside. Got to go get flowers tomorrow. Got to mulch it and fill them all up, and so I'll show you how it all comes together. But yeah, so one more thing done. She ain't naked anymore, and she's beautiful, right? Yay, love them all, Kelly. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it will Leslie too. I'm the person that likes color, and you know, it just makes me happy to come to work every day when I get to you know, see color outside, even before I open the door to come all the way in here. I should put some solar string lights on those. That would be really nice. That would be really cool. Hey, Shirley. Hello from Georgia. Right back at ya. Yeah. Well, you know, terracotta pots, go get them. Like, the cheapest I've seen them is at Walmart for a couple bucks. And paint them up. Just go to town. You don't have to do anything with them. Nothing special. Just do the chalky paint versus the milk paint, because the chalky paint is the stuff that's going to hang on really, really well, right? All right. And with that said, my friends, I am done for the day. Now, tomorrow, I got to go home and get ready. Tomorrow, I host my show on Armstrong Cable. It's called Meet the Maker. And for the last 2 years, I go around and I interview other creatives all throughout the area. Tomorrow, guess where I get to go? I'll take you with me. I'm going to go to a goat farm tomorrow. And my goal is to find a baby goat. All right, so we're going to see if I can find a goat tomorrow. They make like goat lotions and all handmade, right? So tomorrow, I'll take you with me behind the scenes, but I cannot wait. Betty from Newfoundland, how are you, girl? Thank you for being here. I appreciate somebody from all the way back home. That is awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, Robin. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. We'll do something else fun, okay? See ya. Bye.